Good morning out there in the DFS community. It's Vaughn, the Stat Man, coming into your YouTube airwaves, and welcome to the Stat Room. Woo! How is everybody doing this wonderful morning? All right, ladies and gentlemen, before I get into my picks, let me get into my positive word. And my word for this fine morning is worth. Ladies and gentlemen, in this world, you will make money when you have value to another person. Basically, your worth goes by the value that you have or display or give to other people. Example, football players in the NFL make millions of dollars because they are worth millions of dollars because people will cut on the TV and watch them. If you work as an electrician and you can install panel boxes better than anyone, and you can run the wires and you know all the codes, you'll make more than anyone at the company if you get your master's certificate because you are worth more than anyone. So when you have your own business, when you're giving people value, you're going to make a lot of money because they'll have faith in you, they'll believe in you, and your worth goes up. That's why I do these videos, because I want to give value. I want people to see that I'm trying to help them to make money. That's why I've been able to do this for a few years. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to increase your capital, increase your worth, become valuable, and they will pay you for it. All right, I'm gonna leave it there with worth. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so before I get into these picks, let me introduce myself, guys. I am Vaughn the Stat Man. You can follow me on Twitter at VonnTheStaTman. And guys, check out the website, VonnTheStatman.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so before I get into these picks, I had a few questions that came in, and I have to answer these questions. You know, I love to answer everyone's questions. And the first question was, if you are new to DFS and you have a small bankroll, what contest should you play? All right, if your bankroll is $25 or less, I do not recommend any contests other than double ups and those, you know, top 9 wins $3. You know, the contest where on Draftkings, on this platform here, it's $27. You pay $1, and the top 9 win 3. Those are the contests that you want to play, because when you're new to DFS, don't look at those commercials that say, hey, any Joe Smo can win fantasy, because that is absolute BS. You only win the tournaments once you become skilled. That's like this. Would a high school player be able to play in the NFL? Absolutely not. Could a high school basketball player that is in 10th grade, could he make it in the NBA? Absolutely not. He has to get skilled. He has to graduate high school, then go through, you know, a season or an off season of training with the NBA. Like LeBron came straight from high school to the NBA. He didn't just come after his last game in his senior year and go to the NBA. He went to an NBA camp. He played in the summer league. He started training with NBA players because he had to build an NBA body. You have to do the same in DFS. You have to develop your skills. When you first start playing DFS, you have no idea how difficult it is. It's very challenging. So I recommend double ups, single entries, and those where you can triple your money contests. But I don't recommend any GPPs, any single entries, because skilled people are in those contests, and you probably will be putting money in DraftKings every other day. All right, now the second question that came in was, what are the contests to play that has the highest win percentage? And is it true that you need 150 lines to cash an unlimited entry GPP? Well, let me answer the unlimited entry GPP question first. When you're in an unlimited entry GPP, if you play 150 lines, you're gonna have 100 of them that probably do nothing because you're just guessing at that point. And if you're guessing, then you shouldn't be playing DFS, because you're just throwing money in the toilet. What I recommend in an unlimited entry GPP, I recommend you have 5 lines. And if you play Fanduel, you want to pick 5 players that you put in all 5 of those lines, that you got to do your research, because you want these players to do well. Then you just swap out the other 4, and if 1 or 2 do well, then you have a chance. But don't just waste money. 150 lineups are for sharks, people who just, they don't care about the money. They just want one to do well, but they lose, and then they have a big day. So I don't recommend that unless you have a $20,000 bankroll. Then you can, yes. But if you have a $100 bankroll, no, you got to be strategic. All right, now if you want to win consistently in fantasy, you want to play double ups, head to heads, and contests that have 2,000 people in the contest or less. All right, so I hope I answered your questions, guys. So let's get right into this slate. All right, guys, so we have an 11-game slate. We got Houston at Charlotte. We got Washington at Brooklyn. We got Golden State at Miami, Minnesota at Atlanta, Chicago at Minnesota, Portland at Boston, Indiana at Dallas, Detroit at San Antonio, the Clippers at Utah, Milwaukee at Sacramento, and New Orleans at the Lakers. All right, I'm going to break down 2 games, then I'm going to give you a 4 horsemen. All right, my first game I'm going to break down is Chicago at Memphis. All right, when you look at Zach LaVine, 35 on the road, 39 at home. All right, he put up 38, 55, 41, and 21. Now, Zach LaVine is going to be playing against Avery Bradley. If anyone knows about Avery Bradley when he was with Boston and when he was with the Clippers, sometimes he doesn't do well on the offensive end, but he is an excellent on-ball defender. Now, LaVine is so athletic. LaVine is going to score. I would say LaVine will probably get you between 35 and 36 points. Now, Conley might be my favorite point guard on the slate going up against Chicago because it appears that Dunn won't play. So if Dunn doesn't play, if Dunn does not play, that means he's going to go up against Arsenal Decono, who is a rookie. Conley is a seasoned veteran. He might go for 50. So he will be in my 4 horsemen. All right, next, if you look at the shooting guards, you have Wright. I kind of like Wright maybe for 20 points. He's getting a good amount of minutes. I think Wright can give you 20. He's an excellent scorer. He plays solid defense. I like him to get you 20. Holiday, I wouldn't play him. His minutes have slipped. Now, Bradley is probable in this matchup. I would definitely run Bradley. He's only $4,000. Bradley in this matchup has 25-point upside. So if you need somebody low tier, take a flyer on Bradley. Now let's go to the small forward position. Now for this position, you got Otto Porter. If Otto Porter plays, he is an absolute must play, but he's questionable. So if guys that carry questionable destinations, I really recommend not playing questionable guys. You want them to have a probable, because probable means that he's probably going to play. Questionable means he's going to play, but he's definitely less than 100%. And I don't want to take chances on that. This is about money. I want somebody that's fully healthy. You can find somebody else at this price point. Okay, now let's go to the power forward position. Let's see what we have on power forward. Marketing is an absolute must start in this game. He's going to go up against Rab is probably not going to play. Porter is probably not going to play. Jackson is ruled out. Carter is ruled out. They have no size. So Cabasio is going to be playing against Marketing. Marketing might go for 60. He is also in my 4 horsemen. Now, at the center position, you got Valanciunas going up against Robin Lopez. Lopez has been balling as of late, and he's getting minutes. If you look, he's getting 34, 27, 31, 32. He's put up 34, 30 for $4,000, $4,500 in this matchup against, he's another strong guy going up against another strong guy. He's going to get 8 rebounds, probably 8 points, and he's an excellent passer, and he's an excellent defender. I would definitely run him. And Joakim Noah, I don't know, he's 34 years old, but he's playing like he's 24, and he's been on fire. He's been 37, and I would go with Joakim Noah. I would actually have Joakim Noah and Robin Lopez as my 2 centers if I'm playing GPP, because then you can stack and get, you know, higher talent at the other positions, because both of these guys will probably get you 30. And for that price point, that's exactly what you would need. All right, so now let me go to the next game that I am going to break down. The next game that I am going to break down is going to be Sacramento and Milwaukee. this is a game that I absolutely love. You can almost stack this entire game because without Giannis Antetokounmpo, this game is going to be so fast paced. And if you look at it, Giannis is questionable. I don't think he plays. I think he's going to sit this one out as well. So I would look at this matchup, and I really love Fox. Fox is not a big guy, but he's lightning fast. Bledsoe has problem with his side-to-side movement, so I think Fox, when they set the pick, he's going to get around that pick, and he's going to score, or he's going to set up an assist. I say Fox goes for 40 in this matchup. I really love him. Bagley, I'll be glad when they take the training wheels off of Bagley. He is their first-round pick. He's starting to get the minutes. I think in this matchup, Bagley is going to go bonkers. He is also in my 4 horsemen. I love Bagley, but I'm gonna put him in my forward position, and that's my 3rd pick in the 4 horsemen. Now at the shooting guard position, you got Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield is going to be going up against Brogdon or Middleton. More likely Brogdon. Brogdon's a decent defender, but Hield is just a phenomenal shooter, and at home, I really love him in this matchup. Middleton, I like Middleton. He had an off game. He shot 6 for look. He had an off game. Shot 6 for 16 and still gave you 32 fantasy points. In this matchup, Hield doesn't play the type of defense that can really stay with Middleton. So I like Middleton and Hield in this matchup. Brogdon is, I just call Brogdon Mr. 30. He pretty much gives you 30 every night, and his price tag has not gone up, which I don't understand why. But in this matchup, I'm gonna take the lower of the guys. I'm gonna give you Brogdon, and that's the 4 horsemen. But let me finish breaking down the slate. I love Hield, I love Middleton. Barnes hasn't had that big explosive game yet. I think this is the game that Barnes goes off. I believe Barnes goes for 30 plus in this matchup. Let's now look at the center position. You got Cauley-Stein going up against Brook Lopez. Now Cauley-Stein is going to struggle in this matchup because Lopez likes to shoot the 3-point shot, so he's going to be away from the rim. I think Brook Lopez is going to dominate Willie Cauley-Stein. This is one of those matchups where Lopez can go for 40. All right, guys, now let's end with the guard position, which we look at Bledsoe. Now, Bledsoe, I'm not liking Bledsoe in this matchup because I think he's going to have issues with staying in front of Fox. So I don't like Bledsoe. So that's it, guys. So you have Conley, Brogdon, Marketing, and Bagley. All right, guys, so that's it, guys. I am on to today. So, guys, don't forget to win-win. That means give people what they want so you can get what you want. And, guys, don't forget to think and ink. That means write it down so that way it can come true. And, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to increase your financial status, become worthy and increase your worth. Love you guys.